Hello, this is Mr. Kent of MrKent.com. I'm not supposed to say old Mr. Kent, but you see, I had a birthday the other day, so I still tend to feel that way. And guess what? My daughter in South Dakota and her family sent me 2 of these. Now, what are these? Get my other stuff out of the way. Packs, 6 in each pack. I usually share with my wife, though, so and my grandson when he's here. Anyway, so that was a really nice birthday because, well, what else can you ask for? Let me show you. Oh, by the way, the reason this is here is because in an earlier video I showed how to make a sun shield, okay? And if you watch that video, maybe I'll put a clip in of where I was doing it. First of all, you have to get one of these sun shields, which you can get off of Amazon. And the link that I used to use, you can't get them anymore, but I'll put a new link up if I can remember. And so, anyway, so this in Arizona, this is too short. So I put up a video, the last one I put up, of how I made this in order to make it taller. Well, in the video, I had never tried to put it on, with people watching before, and I was real clumsy. So since then, I've used it enough that you just lay it down like so. Lay this down about somewhere where it's going to go, and then pull it together, and then pull it up, and then put it in the controller, stick your phone in there, and it's ready to go. So in the video that I made showing how to make this, I've learned a lot since then. You live and learn, as they say in plane wrecks. Anyway, so we'll close that up, get that out of the way. So they gave me the 2 boxes of Oreos. But then, what else could they give me? Well, these are Skyrate ND lenses, neutral density lenses, okay? And I was looking and thinking something else. Plus, they have the polarizing lenses. It's a combination of neutral density and PL, which is for the polarizing lens. And that gives you a really nice, much more colorful picture. And I'll put a video up. I ran out and ran some tests, and so I'll put a short video up. But anyway, so this is what I got. And the way it works is, take that off of there. There's one on there, right there. Let me get it up close here. And you can adjust the amount of polarization by turning that lens. But in the video that I'll show you, I like the full amount. And also with the different amount of, see, this is a 4, 8. I got the 8 in there. And then 16, 32, and 64 NL number. Now, I don't know much about it, and I didn't have much use for it until I got it for my birthday, and I decided, well, that is pretty cool. So, anyway, I'm not trying to sell them. I'm just anxious to tell people that I got a real cool birthday present from my daughter and her family. And of course, I think part of the influence for getting these was from her husband, who also owns a Mavic 2. And so he and I have conversed back and forth and compared notes. And so I want to put this up so he can see what the difference it makes. But one thing I found out, that if you don't get this on tight, it'll wobble. And then when you turn on the drone, this little the circuit in there makes that lens go up and down really fast, trying to figure out whether it's up or down, because every time it moves, the lens cover moves. And so anyway, you got to be careful if you get some of these. But boy, if you can afford them, I think they're a pack off of Amazon is about $50 or something like that. So anyway, I never thought I needed them, but man, I really do like them now that I've got some, because I usually couldn't afford to get stuff like that. But thank you, daughter Chloe and family, and let's see the difference between with the filters and without the filters. All right. All right, here we go. The picture on the left is the one shot with the ND filter, and the picture on the right is just a normal normal shot. And you'll see some differences. One of the things, the ND filter cinematizes your video a little bit, and you can be adjusted depending upon the power of the filter. But the one on the left should be a little less jerky as we raise up out of off the ground. And you may notice it, you may not, but in some cases it shows up more. So let's just take a look. And you may have noticed that. Also, now as we get up higher, you can see the distant mountains have more detail, more contrast between the light and the dark, and also the sky up above has more contrast between the clouds and the blue sky. It's not as washed out. And then you'll notice other things too, a little more depth of color on the left than on the right. As you'll notice, the trees on the left side of the street, on the right side, they're kind of washed out. On the left side, there's more contrast between the two different kinds of trees. And there's the hospital I was in, way over there. But just kind of watch close, and you'll see where there's just more depth of color on the left side than there is on the right. If you look at the trees that are blowing in the breeze on the left, and it wasn't quite so breezy on the right, but the trees on the left are more contrasty. Same thing with the field. If you look at this field, everything in the picture on the left has more depth of color, and the one on the right, it is just a little bit more washed out. And that's what that's what the polarization lens does. And here again, if you look in the distance, the mountains have more contrast and more detail than the ones on the right. So here we are, back looking north again at my house, and we'll drop down, and you might be able to see some contrast of color on the left, a little more than on the right. And you'll notice my house is a different color on the left than it is on the right, because the right side has a lot of extra white in it. So there I am, and I want to thank you for watching, and God bless.